Reading the Washington Post? You don't have time for that. But guess what you do have time for? The A-list. It's been a while since we've done an info sesh here on the A-list, and I was so happy to see the Washington Post come out with the Fall Homebuyers Guide that is actually just repeating the exact same opinions, the exact same feelings, the exact same trends that I have been noticing in the market. It's just nice for the Washington Post to publish it and, validate some of the things that I've been saying in some of my videos, some of the trends that I've been noticing. So let's jump right in it. Now, we know that affordable housing is an issue that is plaguing the entire area. We are in the Washington metropolitan area, which is one of the richest areas in the entire United States. And the problem is that people who don't make that kind of money don't have options for homeownership. This summer, I went to a Frederick County affordable housing meeting, and Frederick County is way behind the curve. Montgomery County is a little better. They have the MPDU program, but the problem is that the window of eligibility, the people who actually qualify for these programs are so small, and it's a big pain in the butt, and it's just an issue that is literally plaguing the entire state right now. The Washington Post says that taxation is needed and that opportunities need to be provided, but Congress isn't doing anything about it. Oh, I haven't heard that in a while. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, we got to get the political out of the way. But Congress is not moving on anything to make housing more affordable, and that is really putting people in the area at a disadvantage. But if you can afford a house and you're still looking for a deal and you're a first-time buyer, the strongest markets in the Washington area are PG County and Silver Spring. If you're in Montgomery County, here are the places that you can get a really great deal. If you're in PG County, here are the neighborhoods where you can still get a steal. What are the important factors to consider in these neighborhoods? They're saying that get in while you can, while the getting's good, because these areas are going to take off and you're going to be able to sell for a really great price one day. Now, here is where the Washington Post and Ali Vasquez are one and the same. And this is really, guys, you know I love being right. I'm a teacher, okay? I'm a previous teacher. I'm a realtor, and I just love being right. And this is really important. In the market right now, if you are a buyer, you have to boost your position. You cannot just sit back and say, if I get it, cool. If I don't, it wasn't meant to be. Then guess what? It won't be meant to be, and you won't be a home buyer. There are so many buyers competing right now, and there aren't that many houses that are out there. Not to mention, buyers, you're too freaking picky. Yes, you heard me. You're too picky. The Washington Post said, and I have been saying, let's not look at turnkey 100% renovated houses. Let's look at houses where you might have to do some renovation. If you're saying I can't live more than 2 blocks from a metro stop, guess what? You might have to move 5 blocks from a metro stop. And the best thing that they said that I'm just going to straight up steal, you might have to move from what you think is a red hot neighborhood to just a warm neighborhood. Why? Because there are so many people out there competing and there are so few homes and there's just a lot of competition. So your job as the buyer, even though you want to sit back and you want to negotiate and you want to do that, you have to realize that we're going into a market where you need to boost your position and you need to make yourself competitive. It's like going into the job market. You got to go in there and you got to go with your best foot forward, or else you're not going to find a house. Point blank, period, the end. You might not believe me because I'm just a simple realtor. What do I know? I'm in the trenches every day, looking at the market, feeling the market. I'm really working out there. But the Washington Post says that the recession is not going to affect housing prices. So I've seen all the memes on Instagram where it says, oh, all the millennials are waiting for the next crash, the next recession. And guess what? That's not going to happen. There's going to be a recession, maybe, but there's not going to be a housing market crash. So y'all going to be sitting back and waiting. And nothing's going to happen. Sorry. I'm sure that realtors are always telling you that now is the time to buy, now is the time to buy, now is the time to buy. But really, it is a great time to buy. I know that I just said that you have to make your offers really, really competitive. But here's where you as a buyer have an advantage. Mortgage rates just went down again. We are still historically low interest rates. Maybe not the most historically low, but it's still a lot lower than the last time you bought or the last time your family bought. Employment is really strong. Even though we're in a strong seller's market, if you go in putting your best foot forward, you can still get a house. My buyers are doing it every day. Also, our area is being really benefited by Amazon and all of the traffic that is going to be coming once they set up their headquarters in Virginia. So if you're still on the fence about buying and you're thinking of looking toward the Montgomery County and PG areas, the Amazon effect plus the low interest rates, now is the time to do it. If you say, let's wait a year, I can't tell you where interest rates are going to be, but I can tell you that housing prices will be more in the next year. I can say that very strongly, and I know it from the bottom of my heart. So if you're thinking of buying in those areas, now is the time to do it. And if they're too expensive for you, just come up to Frederick. We can't wait to have you. I mean, you're going to die on 270 every single day, but it's okay. Just ask your boss if you can telecommute. We'll make it work. Trust me. Next week, we're going to do something a little different. I've noticed that a lot of my buyers have been coming to me and saying, I've been seeing your stuff on Instagram and I don't actually need you to help me. Let's just buy a house. I've had 2 people come to me and they're actually former students, which was kind of cool. And they were like, all right, I've seen all your videos. I've seen all your seminars. Let's buy a house. Boom, we got them under contract. We didn't even need to explain much of anything to them. So let's test the power of social media. I want all of my Instagram followers to send me your questions. Ask me anything. Ask me about a day in the life of a realtor. Ask me about, what do I love and what do I hate about houses? FYI, Property Brothers came out with a new show called Forever Home. Do you understand how much right now I want to kill somebody? Oh my gosh, Property Brothers. The term forever home, my least favorite term on the entire planet. But we'll save that for next week here on the A-List.